Okay. Hygiene and supportive practices during outbreaks. Taking gentle, mindful care of your body during an outbreak helps support healing, minimizing discomfort and reduce risk of further irritation or infection. I'm going to share with you all hygiene and self-care oriented practices to consider, always with sensitivity, self-awareness, and listening to your body. So what we do know helps is clean plus gentle care, loose clothing, and minimal friction, all right? You want to keep the affected area clean and dry. Gently wash them with mild or sensitive skin cleansers rather than harsh soaps, and pat the area dry instead of rubbing. This helps prevent irritation and secondary infection for people who are newly infected. You want to wear loose fitting, breathable underwears and clothes. Cotton rather than tight synthetics to avoid friction and irritation, especially in genital or sensitive areas. Try to avoid touching or picking your sores. Let's get into cleansers, right? Some people choose to use soaps, washes, and topical agents containing essential oils or skin-soothing botanicals. There is some research, mostly early or lab-based, showing that antivirals or soothing potentials of certain oils or agents, all right? And we're going to get into which ones they are. So one, we have Femiclear. Oh, that's the soap. I thought it had it next to me, and I'm not going to go get up and get it. But I will put, let's see, the link for the Femiclear wash in the chat. I'm going to put the link for all three in the chat. All right. So a gentle feminine wash formulated for sensitive skin because it avoids harsh chemicals and healthy fragrances. It can be a safer wash option during the outbreak. Okay. This is made for women who have genital herpes, for people who have genital herpes. I'll put it in the chat in a second. Then you have Dr. Bronner's peppermint soap. This is good because it has peppermint oil. Peppermint oil has been proven to penetrate strains of the herpes virus that are resistant to antiviral medication. So for some of you who do take antivirals religiously and you keep getting outbreaks, it's probably because you have a strain of the herpes virus that is resistant to the antiviral medication that you are taking, and is no reason why you should be taking it in the first place, because it's just not going to work for your strain of type 1 or your strain of type 2. I know, bummer. Then my favorite, what I use, is Smoothie Skincare's Peppermint Yoni Smoothie Bar. I use them because I know the owner. I've seen it made. I know the ingredients. I understand the ingredients. And then it has 3 ingredients that work with herpes. Peppermint oil, we just talked about it. Tea tree oil also penetrates strands of the herpes virus that are resistant to antiviral medication. It has been demonstrated as an antiviral and anti-inflammatory in labs. And it also has calendula, which is popular in holistic approaches for wound healing, soothing, and anti-inflammatory effects. So this will be my go-to bar. I don't get outbreaks. I still use this bar because it's for the yoni. It just happens to have ingredients that are great for people who test positive for herpes. Epsom salt. Honestly, we should be soaking our bodies in magnesium sulfate every single day for the rest of our lives, but we just don't. Epsom salt is magnesium sulfate, a mineral compound that dissolves in warm water and has been used for centuries to soothe skin irritation, calm inflammation, and relax the nervous system. Magnesium is known for relaxing muscles, reducing stress, lowering inflammation, soothing irritated skin, supporting the body's stress response system. These qualities make it particularly helpful during outbreaks. So key benefits of Epsom salt baths for herpes outbreaks. 1 is reducing itching, burning, and discomfort. 2, it helps dry out blisters more gently. 3, it lowers inflammation. 4, it relaxes the nervous system. This is a big one. Herpes outbreaks flare when the nervous system is dysregulated. You will hear me repeat this throughout the workshop. And magnesium is one of the most nervous system supportive minerals. Epsom baths help shift the body into parasympathetic mode, rest and repair, lower stress states, muscle relaxation, deeper breathing, emotional grounding. This creates the ideal internal environment for quicker healing. 5, helps reduce stress that prolongs outbreaks. 6, helps support sleep. And sleep is one of the number one factors that reduce outbreaks duration. Every night before I go to sleep, I take magnesium supplement with ashwagandha. This is a part of my sleep wellness routine. I don't have to take no melatonin with this combination. This one works like a charm every time and puts me to sleep every time. 7, gentle cleansing without irritation. Baths allow you to clean the area without friction, scrubbing, harsh soaps, and disrupting healing tissues. This is great for people who experience sensitivity during outbreaks. You want to avoid scented and artificial colored bath salts. We don't want that unless it's the one that has lemon balm in it. Lemon balm is one of those essential oils that also penetrate strains of the herpes virus that are resistant to antiviral medication. If any discomfort or stinging occurs, get out and rinse with plain water. Do not soak in extremely hot water. Avoid soaking for over 20 minutes to prevent irritation or over softening of the skin. Epsom salt baths are soothing tools, not antiviral treatments. They help the body support itself. What to avoid during an outbreak? During an outbreak, your goal is to calm your nervous system, reduce inflammation, support your immune system, and avoid feeding anything that helps the virus replicate. So 1 will be foods, high in arginine. Why does this matter? Herpes uses arginine, an amino acid that we naturally produce, as a building block to replicate. It needs it in order to replicate, to go through viral shedding, for us to be the most contagious. It cannot do it without it. They're buddies, all right? So it doesn't necessarily trigger on the outbreak, but when the virus is triggered and it's ready to go through its replication process, it is looking for arginine and latching on to it, all right? So foods that are very high in arginine can support viral activity if someone is already experiencing a prodrome or an outbreak. This includes chocolate is high in arginine. Nuts, especially almonds, walnuts, and peanuts, are high in arginine. Seeds like sunflower, pumpkin seeds, sesame are high in arginine. Oats, soy products, protein shakes with added arginine, and even certain energy drinks. There's a whole list of the arginine lysine ratios within the outbreak-free book. Again, why do we avoid them during outbreaks? Arginine can give the virus more material to reproduce, which may make the outbreak last longer, increase the intensity of the outbreak, and then make prodromal symptoms persist. This is not about long-term restriction or fear. You don't have to say, oh my gosh, I love Reese's and now I got to give it up for the rest of my life. Let's not be dramatic. That's not the case. You just have to avoid it when your body's telling you that an outbreak is coming, or if you have a full-blown outbreak. Foods that you can prioritize instead of foods high in arginine, you can eat foods that are high